Hello, my name is Audria and I'm a crafter in Arkansas. I knit, I just learned how to crochet, I do some needle felting, not a lot, I spin, I dye yarn, and I am learning how to needle punch. I also bead weave, which is super fun, but I'm rambling. Let me stop. So, I've always wanted to start a vlog, and I decided why not now. I was going to do this last year in December, but on Thanksgiving Day my mother passed away, so all of my plans got changed, and I really have been just, I don't know, muddling along through life. And I was like, hey, I watch a YouTuber called Katie Being Creative, and she issued like a challenge, but it was for reels on Instagram, so I had to figure out how to do that next. But it was like, show what you've made. So I thought I'd share with you what I've made and what I'm working on. So there's a whole bunch of stuff I made that I can't show you because my daughter has taken it. Like, I made a little ghost and a little one-eyed alien and a bumblebee and a teddy bear, and a frog. But I will be able to show you one thing that I crocheted, and it is a Quacken. It's supposed to have wings. It does not yet because I ran out of yarn. Currently hunting for something that will go with this or is very similar to this for me to make wings so she can still this too. And I have some eyes to glue on that look like reptile eyes. This pattern was on Ribbler. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at notes because I don't have that good of a memory to remember everything about all the patterns. This is by Drewby's Zoo, and it's called the Quacken Amigurumi pattern, and it's an intermediate pattern, but it was really well written. It had pictures for me to follow. I just think my crochet didn't do it justice, but I will crochet another one that looks better, hopefully. And I have 3 socks, so I keep a pair of socks on the needles at all times, and normally it's all with the same pattern. So here's the first set. I just have to weave in the ends. I consider them done because my daughter will wear them with threads hanging out of them. But I dyed this colorway. I do dye yarn here and there too, mainly for myself and not for anybody else. But if I ever decide to dye, you will find out, as far as dyeing yarn, not dye as in person. This is TDTU Vanilla Sock from Ravelry. It's a free pattern by Rachel Rue, or at least that's how she's published on here. She used to do the Knit Sense podcast. It's a wonderful pattern. It is my go-to sock knitting pattern. I customized it. I used fewer stitches to fit my daughter because she has a really narrow foot. And then because it's toe up and not top down, I can try it on her to make sure that it fits perfectly. So those are for her. Here is the second pair. Same thing, I still have to weave in an end. These are mustache yarn with that same toe up, top down pattern. So they match absolutely perfectly because I knitted them 2 at a time. This one is, I'm gonna look up this store real quick on Etsy because I want to make sure I have the shop's name right. I should have had that looked up before. Yep, but I did. It happens. So this is Always Be Kind yarn, and this is the Sally colorway. Let me get it close enough that I can't see my face so it'll focus. I have a pair already made of this, and I know I normally do 2 at a time. This is actually on some Addy squares. I've been wanting to try those, so I started on those. I had the Jack ones on, but I was on an airplane and I made a mess up while it was still in the black toe part, and I was just like, no, I'm not messing with it. So I just yanked it off the needle and kept going with just the Sally. I will catch the Jack up and then put them back on the same needle to get them done here in the next day or two. But I highly recommend her yarn. It is lovely. It is so soft but durable. My other pair I've been wearing for 2 years, and I know I was gonna make a pair for the whole family. A pair for me, a pair for my husband, and a pair for my daughter. My daughter's and mine will definitely get done. My husband has a size 15 foot, so his socks take a lot longer and they don't always get done in the same time frame. But all of her yarn is lovely. Great message, wonderful shop. She will, like, I asked for a mini skein in this color instead of the black because I ordered a new one to make sure I had enough yarn for my husband's socks. So I have this color in a mini skein for the toe and the heel on the Jack sock. So last but not least, it is not a finished project, but an in process project. I am knitting a Dust of Snow wrap. It is absolutely gorgeous. Lovely written pattern. I love the way, this is by Helen Stewart from Curious Handmaids. I love the way she does her patterns with, like, all the lines are numbered, and so it works so well. I put it in my iBooks. I know everybody uses Knit Companion, but I am an iBooks person. I just turn on that I can make marks as I'm going, and I mark off each line, and then when I'm done with the pattern, I erase all of it and keep going. This is made with Giddy Yarns. She is a vlogger and a yarn dyer and a mom. She is wonderful. I love watching her vlogs. I love watching her podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it. And so this was her advent from last year, inspired by Willy Wonka. So I love it. The only way I could justify buying another advent, because I bought 2 last year that I had not used, was to start using them. So this is one. I started this a while ago, but I work on it. I try to do 1 skein a week. And so I will share a tip for you. So a lot of times, like Giddy Yarn, it came with a wonderful list of all the colors, and so did my Fangirl Fibers one. It came with a list of all the colors, and they were numbered by what bag they were in. But when you don't keep all those bags, or at least I don't keep all those bags with the yarn still in it, because it's sort of annoying. So what I do is, once I take it out of its numbered bag, I went on Amazon and ordered these little round numbers. Not sure what they use them for, but they come up to like 50. And so I just get one of the little bulb stitch markers, which I didn't buy them. Has a stitch marker. I bought them in sewing. But I put the number on there, so when I take it out of the bag, I have the number that it is. So if I want to refer back, like, oh my goodness, I love this color, and I want to try to contact, which I haven't contacted, just be like, hey, are you gonna ever re-dye? And then I can look at the number, look at the name, and email, be like, hey, are you ever gonna really love, like, I love this color, this is a beautiful color. But if I wanted to reach out to see if they're gonna dye, I could refer back to it by its name, send a picture, your advent calendar, day 14, this colorway. I think I'm about 8 or 9 colors into this one. So yeah, so that is what I'm working on. And I think that's about it for day 1. I will try to do this all month and see how it goes. One thing, just to let y'all know, I am very real. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I am not a fashionista. I am a yarn collector. So instead of buying a lot of random other things, I buy a lot of yarn, which I will show to y'all at some point. And I will figure out how to make a reel where it's just a flip through of what I made and put that on Instagram. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you stayed to the end. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.